I gained things in life from participating in his ministry.
The Lord directed me to Dr. Dale Sides. He was the one who was teaching what I needed to know about the Bible.
Starting to be helpful. I think that topic of authority was a big one for me.
I was born and raised in North Carolina, graduated from high school in Newbern, North Carolina. Went to school at NC State and got my undergraduate degree there, and from there I went to Bible college at Rome City, Indiana. Now I presently reside in Bedford, Virginia, and have been there for the past 15 years. And so my whole life I knew that I was destined to serve God. I was born again at the ripe old age of 11 when I received the baptism of the Holy Spirit when I was 21 years old. And from since then I've served the Lord consistently. The title of the ministry that I'm president of is Liberating Ministries for Christ International. When I put my head on my pillow at night, I think about what I can do to help people be more effective. My heart and my calling is to help individuals fulfill what God has called them to do.
I became a liberating partner because I met Dale Sides at a Bible conference several years ago, and I was impressed with the class that he taught on exercising spiritual authority. And I think the ESA class is a wonderful class to introduce the gift ministries, or maybe more specifically the manifestations of the Holy Spirit. Dale Sides teaches speaking in tongues. I did learn about speaking in tongues prior to this, so I was not so leery about speaking in tongues.
I had been diagnosed with prostate cancer and had had a biopsy and definitely had prostate cancer. I was taking the Exercising Spiritual Authority class. During this one particular session that Dale was teaching on healing, at this particular session, at the end of the session, he said, well, sometimes I minister to people, but it's getting late tonight, and I want you to know that you have the spiritual authority within you. Right then, all of a sudden, I guess I had what was called a vision. I've never had a vision before in my whole life. After he said that, I had my eyes closed, and it was like I was over here looking at myself. And way down here, a little tiny white dot formed, and it grew about as big as a golf ball, and it started moving. And like I said, my whole body was like translucent, and I was looking at it. And this ball started moving and moving. Something said, well, you better open your mouth. And I opened my mouth, and it popped out, and I opened my eyes. I think the prostate cancer's gone. And after I had the biopsy done, the pathology lab called and said, to the doctor that was treating me, said, what kind of treatment do you have this patient on? We can't find any cancer whatsoever.
If I were a new Christian or knew a new Christian that was considering going to this class and then sort of teetering on the fence, I think I would ask them what they wanted most out of life. What were they looking for at that point in time? And then perhaps share with them an aspect of the class that would show them that need may just get met in that class. I was put on this planet as an authoritative figure between heaven and earth, so to speak, to really be a benefit to others around me.
If I were making the determination of whether I would take exercising spiritual authority or not, the number one determination that I would consider is that it shows me how to use the power that God has given me. I think the reason that some people can tap into the power of the Holy Spirit and others can't is because of what they've been taught. God is no respecter of persons. It's power. It really is understanding the supernatural realm and how the Holy Spirit manifests and works through people. That would be the determining factor for me in my life.
I feel like I personally maximized my potential as a child of God.
I am very, very thankful, obviously, to God and to Dale Sides for teaching this information. It was obviously God who healed me, but it was through the knowledge that was taught in that class.
And a long suit that Dr. Sides has is showing that there's usually more to a theme in the Bible than what one person has a cap on. And that is life-changing, and that is worth spreading.